Packers at 22. Wide receiver, maybe a little bit later in the first round. Not here. This is finally Kyle Hamilton's turn in your mock.
This will seem like a strange pick, but when you look at where they are as a defense, Adrian Amos turns 30. He's entering the last year of his contract. You're going to have to do something with the other safety, Savage, so you got some issues there contract-wise. So why not get a young player? Not only that, I think he can help them and come in and nickel and play down in the dime, dime linebacker in scenarios where those guys are both on the field. So it gives them some versatility on the defensive side.
He's gigantic. I mean, he's got a really big, wide frame. I would not be shocked if he doesn't transition into that role. You kind of saw that with Isaiah Simmons a little bit more, where everyone's talking about him coming out of Clemson. Well, where do you put him? Well, eventually he just finds his way down around the football, and you can do some really unique things with him. Now, look, he's going to match up versus every tight end, running back, all that, no problem. You know, will he play some safety coverage? Sure, but it allows you to really disguise what you want to do, putting him down the box at times and putting him in the deep half, deep middle, you know, however you end up devising it. But he's got great football instincts, just rare size and athleticism. I know some people want him to be a little bit twitchier. It's hard when he's 6'4" and he's as long as he is. I'm telling you, when you see him in person, it's different. He reminds you more of a basketball player type build because of how tall and how long he is.
But he's not Derwin James. I mean, people compare him to Derwin James. I don't see that at all.
Well,
I don't think he's as twitchy as Derwin James.
No, he's not as twitchy, but I also think he does as good of a job, if not better, of getting to the football, getting his hands on the football, the knack of reading the football instincts and all that. I think that's where he ends up providing a ton of value for it. It could make sense for the Packers.
I've had a lot of GMs tell me that he's got to play closer to the line of scrimmage. They're concerned about him playing back. I mean, that would be a concern.
I've got zero concerns about that with him. I mean, there's documented tape on that. So if they want to try that, go ahead. You'll see someone using
everybody shows the Florida State play when he went from one hash to the other. Great, that's a great play. But there's also plays, if you watch his tape, where he gets spun around at times in coverage. I don't think he's great in coverage.
Well, everyone's trying to manipulate him in coverage. I mean, that's the bottom line. In the NFL, there's not quite as much time.
Where would you draft him? Because we have him number 1 on the board.
Well, I don't know that I put him number 1 on the board. I think there's other players you could put him there. It really depends upon, you know, the need of that particular team. For Green Bay, for the reasons you laid out, it makes all the sense in the world. But I think you look at a team like New York Giants, for example. If they really fall in love with him, you know, he could find himself somewhere in the top 10 when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I see they have Xavier McKinney they drafted a couple years ago.
I think he's a completely different player, though.
Yeah. This is where you do go wide receiver.
Yeah, I go Treylon Burks from Arkansas. And they need a big-bodied receiver. I mean, that's something they need. They have Alan Lazard, but I think they need a younger, big-bodied receiver. Plus, he runs better than people think. There is concern that he has a tendency to get a little heavy at times, and that is an issue because it makes him play slower. He didn't play that well in terms of his 40 time. So, but I'd still give him a receiver. Treylon Burks makes sense.
Finally, what has it been, 2 decades since the Packers drafted the first round?
Javon Walker.
And Pete Prisco does it for the Green Bay Packers, for Aaron Rodgers and the fan base, everyone there.
Hey,
well done.
Give me your stock. Your Packer stock.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.